The quiet, dark night was disrupted by perilous pursuits, accompanied by the reckless and stubbornness of the suspect. How will we deal with these situations? Tune in to today's episode to experience the tense atmosphere through your small screen. On April 4, 2023, in Alachua County, Florida, the suspect was caught speeding in their vehicle. Unsurprisingly, just a few minutes later, the police forces appeared and pursued to apprehend the individual. The suspect, driving a white four-seater SUV, was wildly speeding on the highway. At such speeds, there was a potential danger to other vehicles in the vicinity. Through a deserted stretch of road, the suspect's white SUV swerved erratically, searching for the smallest gaps between vehicles to obstruct the police view. But nothing could really hinder the police. We are all too familiar with such escape tactics used by suspects. The suspect kept swerving to navigate through challenging turns. We managed to overtake and shorten the distance, but the space was too narrow and dangerous for breakthrough maneuvers, so we continued to wait for another opportunity. The suspect drove onto the sidewalk and made a sudden turn, dangerously, as they reached a deserted road, realizing the opportunity to completely subdue the suspect. The police car sped ahead and executed a strong nudge from behind into the middle of the vehicle. The suspect was surrounded, with the police using weapons and service dogs to apprehend the individual.
Get out! Let me see your hands! Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying. Yeah, go ahead, double lock. It's just fine. Huh? Put it in here.
The suspect's expression still showed no signs of guilt or remorse, appearing arrogant and defiant.
He scared the shit out of me. Whoever that was at first scared the fuck out of me. So, and then they laid out at the 70.
On December 10, 2023, the Florida Highway Patrol detected a gray Chevy fleeing and ignoring their commands. Not only that, but the driver was also moving against the permitted traffic lane. Crossing a long bridge, the gray Chevy showed signs of sudden acceleration and loss of control. The suspect wildly steered into the oncoming traffic lane. A truck appeared in the distance. The suspect swerved to the left, lost balance, and crashed into the roadside. Thus, we did not even have to intervene, as the suspect was already apprehended. The police quickly used their weapons to approach the suspect, who was a middle-aged woman.
Watch your head.
After being taken into the vehicle, She continually muttered under her breath, showing her this content.
And we ask you to allow us complete and total forgiveness of our sins. I'm Julius Caesar's wife. They made us all. They tried to kill us all.
An investigation is about to ensue. What does everyone think about this perilous chase?
The hospital so you can get checked out, okay? Because you've been involved in a bad accident, okay?
Okay.
You understand?
Yep.
Hey, she's talking to me. Alright. We're gonna get you out, okay?
On December 21, 2023, and featuring Myers FL, a trooper was fleeing in a drunken state after receiving orders from our superiors. We quickly set out in pursuit to apprehend the individual. In the pitch dark night, the trooper continued to race forward with no control. A light nudge at the rear of the police car served as a warning. The suspect continued to drive at a high speed. We're trying to overtake them to find a weak spot, a risky look from behind. Oh no! The officer lost control and crashed into the roadside bushes. Fortunately, there were no major damages. After regaining our composure, we continued onto the main road in search of our target. This time, another kick from behind was launched, causing the suspect's vehicle to lose control and balance, spin around continuously, and crash into the roadside. So around this time, the police quickly exited their vehicle and used weapons to control the situation. I was surprised to see that the suspect was a rather young woman. She was scared and ran away. There was another girl in the passenger seat. We quickly handcuffed them and took them back to the station for interrogation. After a chase, a long-haired girl who had run away was caught.
Why don't you stop the first time?
She cried and begged the police for forgiveness. Does everyone see how foolish and naive she was?
What's your name? Alright. You have anything on you?
On July 5, 2023, in Pinellas County, FL, a woman was leading a police chase and fleeing. We quickly followed close behind her. In the dark of the night, the two vehicles chasing at a high speed shattered the otherwise still atmosphere. The signal was issued to warn the suspect, but she remained defiant. Accelerating and speeding away, the engine roared as it weaved through traffic. The gap between the two vehicles was closing, with the police looking for an opportunity to make a rear-end maneuver. If you were in this situation, would you stubbornly flee like her? Having closed enough, a familiar nudge was executed. Losing balance, the vehicle spun around and veered off. Surprisingly, after a few seconds of losing control, she managed to stabilize the vehicle, but this time, it seemed like the suspect had given up as the car veered off onto the grass.
hands up! Put your hands up! Your hands outside the car! Okay, all the way open the door. Open the door all the way with your foot. One at gunpoint. Looks like only one on one side. All right, step out. Slowly step out. Okay. Now stand up. Face away from me. Face away from me. Put your hands behind your head. Step back. Back. Put your hands up above your head. Cross your legs.
The police quickly got out, weapons drawn to subdue her. The suspect appeared and was immediately taken to the police car.
Step out from him. Turn around.
However, it seemed like something was still amiss. We took the suspect out of the car for a check before heading back to the station.